that one. Gets a 3-2-3 and a 2.8. Now, Kanoa, on the other hand, this was a really interesting, cool dynamic maneuver on the outside, kind of a under the lip, stop and get barreled as we see Kanoa looking down the line, almost trying to find an air section, but the wave backs up, so he is forced to do a cutback. So no big scores as of yet. That maneuver, so deep.
The good news for Kanoa Igarashi. Those team points become very important for Jean as we see Kanoa Igarashi streaking down the line. We know what type of competitor he is. He goes for it on every wave, every heat. He's super consistent, and he seems to be locking in his right.
That's a really cool functional floater. Kanoa Igarashi gets an even longer right-hander. Pay attention to this floater. Not only is it cool looking, but he probably cleared a good 25 feet away and then wraps his way into the pocket of that wave. A second turn disappears from our view.
Can't stay on. Here we go. Hiroto Ohhara. Big turn there. Right in the critical section of this wave. Goes for a second. Can he get it around? Cannot. Goes down. 21 minutes to go. Team Indonesia hanging their hopes on their young surfers still in the main event draw. Now we see Shun Murakami. You wonder, did Shun Murakami get a little bit more fired up from the performance Kanoa Igarashi, and also see his teammate and competitive heat to put himself in position or just advance? So this is the biggest heat of this young surfer's life.
Absolutely. As we see Shun Murakami, this wave, the best of all three ridden thus far, top to bottom, clean, precise, searing turns on the pocket of in the pocket of the wave, I should say, and then finish it off strong, confident, a bit of a smile.
His run won't necessarily be over, but if he can seal the deal here, he will lock in a spot at the upcoming Olympic Games. But Shun Murakami, he will never back down. And he's right back in the flow. Still working through one of the most historic days we've ever seen in the sport of...
Thank you very much, Brad. Shun Murakami, what an important heat for you. Previous to your heat, Hiroto Ohhara actually fell into the repechage rounds. How much was that playing into your mind when you paddled out for that heat?
いや、特にそこは意識してなかったですね。もう本当日本チームでゴールドメダル取りたいので、そこはもう心の底から応援してたし、まあでもヒロト負けちゃったんで、まあその分自分も頑張ろうっていう気持ちでヒートに臨んでました。まだヒロトもリパがあるんで、頑張ってみんなでファイナル残ってゴールド取りたいですね。
So actually.
Now, we always see you in the free surf smiling, happy, throwing high fives, but in a heat, you just go ice cold. What turns the switch on for Shun Murakami?
まあいつも試合すぐ緊張しちゃうんで勝手に笑えなくなっちゃってるんですけど、まあでも本当それは集中してる証かなと思ってます。はい。
Well, it's much better for us surfing with you in a free surf because out in the heats, you're way too dangerous. Ladies and gentlemen, Shun Murakami.
That is very well put, Callie. Yeah, free surf. You don't have free surf with him, you're not going to get a lot of waves, that's for sure. I like the approach, though. Focus. 100% focus on the task at hand, and that's winning heats and trying to get a gold medal.
There is a lot to multitask, and he is doing it.
And Manuel Selman goes to town on that left-hander. Hiroto Ohhara also improves on his situation. He's now on the board with a 4-3-3.
And he's done. Meanwhile, Hiroto Ohhara hammering this right-hander from beginning to end.
Wow.
Clean finish, he gets it. That is a rare show of emotion from a normally subdued and quiet character, but I love to see it. Hiroto Ohhara has entered the chat.
Tuning into what Kanoa found in two of his heats. Hiroto Ohhara on a very bowly, interesting-looking right-hander. See how it runs away from him, but this man is so fast, so precise. Top to bottom surfing, the wave just squares up, for him 4 times on the inside. And yes, absolutely, with every...
Congratulations on another heat win. You've knocked into the repechage, but you are battling back to stay on top. Talk us through that heat.
It was a hard heat. 2 other guys get a quick start, and then I didn't get any scores. And I kind of struggling to get the scores, but yeah, stuck to get a 7-5 and then yeah, get through the heat.
And we know that a lot of your future rests on this heat now with Shun Murakami in the water, but the story here, the power of Team Japan this week to have all 3 men still in the event. What have you been doing behind the scenes as a team to prepare?
We just having fun. We just having fun here in Salvador, and we've been surfing a lot. We surf every morning 5 a.m. to until the dark, and we just surfing together, and then we just having fun. That I think that's why we getting through the heat.
Well, it's surely showing. Can you share with us a little bit of insight? What has it been like at home in Japan, watching Japan as a nation prepare for Tokyo 2020?
Yeah, it's actually the contest area is my hometown, and then it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's totally different than before. Yeah, really excited to see what's going next and for the future, and yeah, can't wait.
We're so excited to have you in the mix. Congratulations on a big win. Best of luck in the next one. Back to you guys.
Pushing through, telling us exactly what it takes to be a champion, surfing from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Results. There's so many points mixing around, and Team Australia is looking really sharp as we take a look at last of Amuro. Driving around that section, and she's going to come up with a strong hit under the lip and right on her forehand. And then Amuro answers back once again. She's got a 4.17 and a 4.73 on the scoreboard.
This is it right now. Okay, let's see what happens here. 29 seconds is going to be white on that one. Amuro on the forehand here. She's got a little runner to work with here. She gets in front of this corner. Some tension on the lip there to work with. Right under the lip, and is able to ride away. And a good
4.90. Heavy takeoff. I mean, she was basically getting barreled. And then she drives into a couple of great turns. She has had such a good heat, such good strategy, and she is fighting away. Will she be the woman to represent Japan?
For them to represent their country, so you know they want to be in that top 7 when it's all said and done. This is going to be blue. Mahina Maeda on this one. A little whitewater wave. Nice little pick up there. She hits that right at the end and rides away pretty
with a 7.0 as her high score.
Mahina Maeda on this one.
And we see her staying busy, staying at work, and looking to keep team.
Slips off there, so an unforced error for Suzuki.
The rail of her surfboard actually caught the wave. If we look at it in slow motion, you will see that that lip line was actually not 1 but 2. So as she goes up the first one and starts down carving in the face, the second lip kind of grabs the inside rail of her surfboard, and with the board going underwater and not enough speed to actually push through that staircase, she goes down.
Team Japan represented so 3, 4, 5 times a day. No one has logged more water time than Amuro Tsuzuki.
And this happened during our commercial break. Mahina Maeda starting things off with a 6.0, competing for Japan. So 2 Japanese surfers in this draw. Only 2 will advance as we see Amuro's last ride. Kind of goes around that first section, carves, and then connects beautifully with the lip. So a different ride, this young lady.
Here with your intentions, and now she's involved. Here we go, Mahina Maeda, powerhouse surfer, born and bred on the North Shore of Oahu. That is a big Rocky Point turn for Mahina Maeda. Rocky Point, of course, being a
from Pipeline, and this wave as well is a rocky point, a rocky cobblestone bottom, but it is Mahina Maeda who is taking that Rocky Point knowledge and bringing it to La Bocana. It was aggressive surfing. It was very flowy. And that last radical maneuver on the inside, judges are going to eat that up. She already has, Kote, a 6 and a 5, 5-7. Will she improve on her situation? I'm not sure. But with surfing like that, I have no doubt we will be seeing this young lady in the big leagues.
Lucia Indran.
As we see Amuro up and riding, this is live action.
All right, a better wave so far. A little bit of a mistake on her previous effort, but 2 turns in, you see tenacity.
That was big. That was a difficult takeoff as we see Amuro. Beautiful, compact style, up and through the lip. As she bottom turns on this one, almost loses her balance, grabs that water right there. That is when she actually kind of pushes a little bit hard and almost gets off balance, but is able to recover and blast that inside section. So Amuro Tsuzuki's last push.
Front foot slips off there, so an unforced error for Suzuki.
The rail of the rail of her surfboard actually caught the wave. If we look at it in slow motion, you will see that that lip line was actually not 1 but 2. So as she goes up the first one and starts down carving in the face, the second lip kind of grabs the inside rail of her surfboard, and with the board going underwater and not enough speed to actually push through that staircase, she goes down.
Team Japan represented so well. And with that list of surfers led by this guy, Owen Wright, they are definitely in contention for an ISA gold medal on the overall team standings board.
Hats off to Owen Wright, the way he's been surfing throughout the course of the event, not only in La Bocana, but El Sunsal, just a magical connection. Finding waves that allow him to do top to bottom surfing. When you think of a lot of waves that in Sunsal, backing off and not really giving. He falls away from his surfboard as we see Owen Wright paddling on this one.
Owen Wright, an absolute powerhouse, has been right there in the world title conversation for both the WSL and the ISA World Surfing Games.
Incredible.
It's just, I mean,
a little bit too much weight on that heel side, but what can you tell me about this ride from Owen Wright?
Steady, powerful.
Even more radical than wave number 1 that came in at an 8.0. Top to bottom, flowy surfing. There wasn't a single moment on this ride where Owen wasn't compressing and extending. Just